Okay, Matthew is going to draw close to the Florida coast as we head into Friday, and then from there, center of circulation is going to track offshore the North Carolina coast as we head into the upcoming weekend. Let's get started. We'll bring you the very latest set of tracking coordinates here. Here are the two latest satellite representations of two systems. Of course, Hurricane Matthew and now Hurricane Nicole. That's Nicole way out there. It's on a trajectory that will not bother us, so we'll spend most of our time talking about Matthew. Center of circulation here continues to remain very well defined. Max sustained winds around 140 miles an hour. The system is generally moving up to the northwest, will draw dangerously close to the coast of Florida as we head into the Saturday or Friday time frame, and then begin to track up to the north and east. Now, one thing we want to keep in mind here is let's assume that the forecast track holds true and the center of circulation is offshore of southern South Carolina this weekend. This is how large the system is. So even if the center stays south of us, some of these rain bands will still be affecting especially our southern coastal counties and perhaps far inland too. So the rain and wind effects are going to be fairly wide reaching out of this system before all is said and done. We could easily see upwards of 10 inches of precipitation or higher in some of our southern coastal counties as we head into this weekend, with some lighter totals farther inland. We could see some upper end tropical storm force wind gusts possibly on the order of 50 to 60 miles an hour or higher closer to the coast. Now, we're going to get much more specific with the timing and your full first alert forecast coming up. The longest running newscast in the east starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Angela Green.
And I'm Ken Watling. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. First at 5, evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. It's the strong message Florida, South Carolina, and Georgia leaders are sending to their citizens ahead of what's projected to be Hurricane Matthew's deadly landfall. As Don Champion reports, it comes as President Barack Obama declares a state of emergency for Florida.
Whipping winds and powerful waves along Florida's coastline are signs of the trouble to come. Matthew is barreling toward the Florida coast as a Category 4 hurricane, and it could get even stronger. Governor Rick Scott insisted the storm isn't one to take lightly.
If you're in an evacuation zone, get out. This is not something you should take a chance with.
Ken Aquino in the coastal town of Port Orange seems to be on the fence about riding out the storm in the house he built.
Why ride the storm out? Just in case I at least have the opportunity to try to repair something that may, be able to salvage the home.
Not far away, Gary Sadaka took his boat out of the water. He's a retired firefighter and says residents who stay behind do so at their own risk.
When it gets bad and they call in 911, they don't leave the firehouse. They don't leave until after.
This area where I'm standing is expected to be underwater by this time Friday, when a powerful storm surge and huge waves are expected to inundate the coast. Hurricane conditions are even expected inland in Orlando, where Disney is closing its theme parks. At least 2,500 National Guard troops have been called up. They're preparing supplies and rescue boats. Don Champion, CBS News, Port Orange, Florida.
An emergency deployment station in Kinston is preparing for the worst of Hurricane Matthew. Governor Pat McCrory stopped by today and spoke on how carefully state and local officials are watching the hurricane's continuous changes. He toured the station and spoke with emergency officials about what resources they'll need and preparations. During the tour, President Barack Obama called the governor to get an update on those preparations. McCrory says officials are monitoring rainfall, especially in areas like Bertie County.
We're going to be looking at the rivers more than anything else to see how much rise we have in the rivers, and we're going to be keeping very close tabs on what the river flow is.
Other deployment areas are in Williamston, Newbern, and Elizabethtown.
On the Outer Banks, tourists don't seem to be too concerned about the possible impact from Hurricane Matthew. But as Matt Gregory reports, it's a different story with the locals who say they're getting ready for anything.
I'm Matt Gregory reporting in Buxton, North Carolina, where the threat of Hurricane Matthew still looms. Even with the change in the forecast models, locals and tourists alike say they're keeping an eye on it, and they don't want to breathe a sigh of relief yet because they know they're not quite out of the woods. But the main concern weather-wise, this northeast wind that's made very choppy and very rough surf here along the Outer Banks. You can see that right now no one will be out there swimming. Any tourists that stay behind won't be going in the water. But you can see right here the fisherman, he looks like he's got something he's trying to reel in. And for the most part, he's been there most of the day, not too concerned with this northeast wind or with the threat of Hurricane Matthew looming. Now, as far as evacuations, Ocracoke Island, I was just speaking with someone at the ferry a little bit ago. They were saying mandatory evacuations for all visitors are still in place, and they're only allowing essential personnel back on the island. But folks here continuing to monitor Hurricane Matthew in spite of the recent projections, just to make sure that they aren't hit and are caught off guard. Reporting in Buxton, I'm Matt Gregory.
More urgency along our coast as Hurricane Matthew's threat becomes more real for residents there. As WNCT's Elizabeth II reports, preps are underway to secure homes from taking a beating from strong winds and heavy rains.
There is much more visible hurricane preparation outside here now than when I was here yesterday. You can see some of the windows in these homes here behind me are now covered by special storm shutters. The storm shutters are just one of the precautions these rental home owners are making for Matthew. Earlier Thursday, rental company crews were going from house to house, lowering the shutters. Rental properties are an important part of the island's local economy, so for the owners, it's important to keep them safe.
Safety first with our guests coming in and with our properties. We've been taking time beginning this Monday, so we have taken in deck furniture, tied down any kind of grills or things like that that might be easily picked up by the wind.
Any damage to these homes will prevent them from being rented out, putting a huge burden on local wallets. But not all homes are prepped yet. Many still had unsecured furniture and unshuttered windows. Many of the tourists I spoke with today tell me they will now stay put because they aren't as worried about Matthew's effects. At Emerald Isle, Elizabeth II, 9 on your side.
And when preparing for a storm, there's always the task of making sure you have enough food. But what items should you buy over the traditional ones you may think you need? WNCT's Allie Weatherton explains what essentials you should purchase, and it's not milk.
91-year-old Beatrice Woolard is shopping for all of the essentials.
Wheat thins and all that, party mix.
It takes her about 2 hours from start to finish.
Isn't that thing pretty?
When she's on a roll, she says she doesn't stop.
Virginia, I can't keep up with her.
Many people here in Washington are just like Beatrice, getting what they need at the store before Hurricane Matthew hits.
Buying a sausage, meat and stuff that you can just eat out of the can or whatever, so if the electricity get cut off, my kids can eat.
While many people grab as much as they can, preparedness coordinator Janelle Lewis says that's not always the best plan.
It needs to be, on the shelf, stockability, and not going to expire and not need possibly heat or refrigeration.
Lewis says people need to keep in mind the possibility of the electricity going out. When that happens, things kept in the refrigerator won't last long. She suggests
snack bars, any of those shelf life things, cereal. A lot of people like to eat cereal without milk, which is fine as well. But any of those snack items, potato chips, unfortunately, maybe not healthy, but they stock on the shelves as well.
For Beatrice, she's got all she needs and then some.
I am ready.
She's prepared for Matthew, but says it's not going to hit here.
Storm's going to blow out in the ocean. Wave bye-bye to it.
In Washington, Allie Weatherton, 9 on your side.